The Burning Blood family. Yes, it happened. It started some years ago, in 2014. I had my poetry and I recited it on different occasions. And one of them occasions, I met Eric, the didgeridoo player. Coincidentally, we worked together. And ever since, we liked to play together. What happened is that we started to do our poetry and music shows. And each time, more people joined our group. There were other artists, there were other musicians, there were other people for production. They added to the family. Now it's a big family. And all of us, we are working on our first show now, the Burning Blood show. And that is what I'm very, very happy about, because we all share our passions and our thoughts and our hearts from all over the world. Welcome, all of you, today on a sunny day at the Student Hotel to come and watch and enjoy us. And us is the Burning Blood Collective with 3 musicians, Eric Arash Mohsen, with an artist, Imke, a supporter, Nasera, with up there, Deniz, the designer, Victoria, you will see, but you will not be here, with Sarah Joan, our supporter and birthday girl today, to support in general. What you're going to watch is a performance in 3 parts. One part with the poems, second part music, third part again poems, and actually it's one program. So just sit, relax, sit, enjoy, and make me not nervous. Then we will start in a minute. Enjoy. Thank you.
down she is, in silence, full of thoughts. Gently her arms next to her body, embraced by water plants, she ponders over her dreams. Behind closed eyes, she sees images she doesn't want to see. Unable to ease her mind, she lingers and listens. There is weeping in her womb, sobs she doesn't want to hear. But she can't figure out how to get rid of the silent tears. They're streaming over her cheek in the rhythm of the rolling river behind her tight back. She is stretched out peacefully, but in her body she is struggling without a break. In the flow of the flood, she allows herself to let go. Anchored by stems of tough leaves, she's breathing the damp of the dark river, whispering olden tales, floating between the hanging roots of bushy plants on the shore. Soft flushing. One movement and she would drop down right to the bottom. Still she lies, without a move, her arms next to her body, thinking dreams, listening to soundless tears, sharing the weary world of past old souls around her. trying hard to cling to what has become familiar to her. She doesn't seem to be able to break free from the warmth of her nest. She just doesn't seem to be able. With every step to her independence, she drags herself closer to her appealing home, sweet home, puts her nose in the familiar fur of daily life, which suddenly appears to be undeniably pleasant. Like the fluffy jumper, fitting as a home to every fold. Trying so hard to drive herself away from what finally has become familiar to her, she doesn't seem to be able to keep herself attached to the anchors of her soul. She just doesn't seem to be able. With every attempt to settle down, she pushes herself away to the salty space of the world outside, which attracts her magnetically, tempting like the widespread wings of the condor over the blue mountains of the Preanger. Lost and lonely all over the place, she couldn't think of anything else than walk away without a step. Restless victim, pacing along with her tiger. Until in her heart, the understanding has matured that there is no need to choose for one option only. And she becomes able to escape without losing her essence. the shadow of long-gone memories, she's seeking sheltered protection. In the darkest corners of her mind, she shuts off the light. Yet, sharp bits of regret are shooting like bats out of their hiding places and show her untouchable thoughts like, I wish I had. No matter how hard she tries to shrink, old, chalky griefs are breaking down one by one and pierce fiercely into her shoulders like stalactites. Unwillingly, she steps out of the shade. The pinches between her shoulder blades keep hurting her on her quest. Hesitantly, she pushes herself forward. And then, as if the sun is rising, a shimmer of sweet memory in the deep caverns of her whimsical brain. Late nights, warm blokes, eager bodies, untamed freedom. Her feet, and holds in the one hand the bird of significance, seriousness, and the truth. And in the other hand, the birth of lightness, easiness, and the truth. She is balancing a bit until she finds solid soil. And then she knows that the weight of loss is squeaking by shame, but will, in the end, gain by getting released. The moment the glass is cracking to bits, I'm smelling a light perfume of a lost past. Years of survival are blowing themselves free. Blend with the scent of the room in where I calmly think back to places where I have never been before. Surely it wasn't me, but them who moved away from there, starting a new life here, in tough pains and hard labor. Yet one day I shall return within my arms, my worn-out soul. Rusty twilight shall be doubting. Tinkling in the pits of overgrown trees. Abundant as they are, their leaves shall reveal their secrets, swallowing their sadness. And I? Black is the earth where we once have been uprooted. Ancient remainders darken deep down without any connection with the actual presence of here, today. Nevertheless, the same fibers, the same genes, the same colors. The connection became thin, tatty, damaged, even cut to pieces. No, not all the way, but no matter of fact anymore. There I will creep around, afraid of the dancing sun, intensely burning into my eyes. Protected by dusk, I will be rotated in the perpetual turmoil of daily life, of how it always has been. Pain and anger shall crash like pebbles in my skull. While making the inevitable tour around, I shall finally find the courage to caress my blessings, one after the other, and let them dance in my hands like crystals until they'll catch some light and I won't shut my eyes anymore. Somewhere beyond the whispering woods, a bird. Sometimes a person, a word, a flower. Sometimes a tree. Without any embarrassment, the chopped down tree reveals the days of her existence. With my fingers, I feel the fine lines, traces of rough violence. Follow the lonely loops of her inner secret life. From her interior core, once green as emerald, till her busted skin. Little sticky droplets sparkle in the sunlight. The wood smells strongly of heartfelt smart. Despite of her surrender, the giant radiates pure authority. For years she had sucked nourishment from earth and air to become strong and steady and stiff. From her deepest roots to her highest twigs, she fed herself with juices of drizzled damp and whirling winds. How long I have been standing near that tree, I honestly don't know. Sunbeams already had sunk behind the peaks. Long shadows were stretching out over the muddy trail. But sometimes it just hits you. From the life of a tree, it's only a small step to the life of us. Our lives have journeys. We follow paths, sometimes smooth, and more than sometimes humpy and bumpy. Especially when you walk with others, in a group, in a family, with colleagues, or with a special one. Even then, or maybe especially then, the journey could be a bit complicated. Twisted is the path that leads us out of sight. Twisting and turning. That leads us into dark caves where light only exists in our memory. Confuses us and yet brings us where we want to be, but where we're not allowed to hang till dawn. Is the path that splits us and still hesitantly unites us. turning it is, full of unforeseen twists. That binds us when we are about to unwind. That forces us to come to a standstill and find out what we are. We know what we are, we long to be together as long and much as possible, which never is the case, of course. So then there are days where you're not together, but you really love to be the other with you. Today is one of those days. I could almost touch you. My lips reach to the delicate crystal. One of those days. Solid smell of heavy wine drifts into me and makes me swallow. Yes, I could stand on my head, but you won't be here. I could deeply breathe your skin, but it still will be a dream. One of those days. Tinkling, yes, for sure. Maybe, for certain, and then no for an answer again. You seemed so near, so real, at the length of a greedy hand. From a distance, I am waving to you, frantically waiting. One of those days, blasting with burning blood. when you are together, there's another challenge, because you know it will be limited. Maybe long, maybe short, but there will be an end of it. And then it's a challenge to enjoy the moment and not just think when it's all over and done with. You probably know what I mean. It's an art, don't you think? An art to resist the future regrets. When he is gone, our ways separated again, his gentle touch turned into a lost craving. Pure snow crystals melting, translucent dewdrops fading, tender butterfly blossoms vanishing. Life is almost ready to recapture her daily routine as a sudden awareness awakes. Hushes the light, yeah. Slows down the time, yeah. Slows down the time. Far from home, in east or west, in south or north, you would always feel far from home until you find the courage to somehow, no matter where you are, make your heart, your soul, yourself a home. so much. Once again, Erik Dekkert. Marcel Mechtovs on guitar. Arash Medaglan on guitar and setup. Deniz for making the films. Victoria, who's not here but was on the film. Imke Patel, whose artwork was there. Nasira, Sarah Joan, Eva Arauz, all of you, thanks very much.
Caroline Sering.
Thank you.
En Julian voor het geluid natuurlijk. Julian voor het geluid.
I'm so sorry, Julian, because you made this possible, indeed. Sorry. Julian Dekkert. Otherwise, you wouldn't have understand us.